Hey, friends, and welcome to our psychic party. My name is Nicole Antoinette. I am a psychic medium, and I am so excited to be here with you today. So, for those of you who may not know me, and if this is your first time here, I do want to welcome you. And I also want to take a moment to introduce myself. Again, my name is Nicole Antoinette. I'm a psychic medium. And tonight, what I would love to do is bring forth messages of hope, faith, and love from your loved ones on the other side, or even from your spirit guides. I am an evidential medium, which means that I connect to the spirit world and I do my best to bring forth your loved ones on the other side. And so, what will happen is as I expand my energy and as I call the spirit world forward, different spirits are going to show up. And as I start expressing and explaining who it is that I have here, it's your job to speak up if the spirit that I'm talking about resonates with you. Now, when I am giving you the evidence, when I am talking about the person that I have here before me, you'll want to be sure that at least 80 to 90% of what I am saying makes sense to you. Spirit speaks in symbols, they can speak in riddles, and a lot of times what will happen is when spirit comes through, they'll give me different symbols, they'll show me objects, and those objects can represent something, so they can be kind of allegorical, or maybe they have a specific meaning to you, and your meaning is always going to be more important than mine is. So that is how this is going to work. Also, wanted to let you know that I will be answering questions from the chat a little later on, but I did want to open up with some mediumship. So I want to connect with spirits first, and then later we'll go ahead and we'll switch over into psychic readings. And psychic readings are where you'll ask questions about your life. So if you have something happening where you would like some type of guidance or insight, I'll be happy to provide that for you. And of course, not everyone who joins me tonight will receive a reading, but I will get to as many people as possible. Also, if I am giving a reading to someone, and even if the reading is not for you directly, but I say something that resonates with you, take that. Be sure that you take that because that message is meant for you as well. Spirit often travels in groups just like we do. And so spirit will do something called piggybacking, which is where two spirits can come through at once, so that they are more than two spirits can come through at once, so that multiple people can get the message. So that's how that works. Okay. So before we get started, I did want to give a little insight that I received about the collective energy. So we're actually starting off with more of a message from angels and guides and the spirit guides. And so I just want to give you guys a heads up on what's happening energetically right now. So if you have been feeling the need and the push, and then also it's so funny because I feel so many of you that are already like, get to the spirit reading. I really need this. So I understand. So I'm going to ask you to just pull your energy back a little bit and let's go ahead and do the collective reading first, right? So if you have been feeling the need to come out of your shell, to do more, to step into the light, and to make a difference in this world, or to make a difference even in your own life, I want you to know that that is a energy that I am seeing across the board with many intuitives and many light workers. For the past few weeks, I know that many people have been feeling this weird energy, and it feels kind of low. It feels heavy because it's different. It's a different energy than what we're used to. And so, what we're feeling is we're feeling like this sort of shift and this split between two realities. There is a reality that we are in right now. There's this collective consciousness that has been present in this world for centuries. And we have a new reality that is trying to come in. And I do believe that this new reality is on a different energetic level than what we're used to. So when people talk about 5D, maybe that's what they're referring to. I don't feel like this is 5D. I feel like this is something else. So, what's happening is a lot of people are feeling unsettled in their lives. And granted, we've been seeing that a lot over the past few months and years, but there seems to be this awakening in people where it's like they're ready to push back, right? They're ready to push against this energy. And so I want you to know if that's where you are, you're not alone. And I would also encourage you to take the reins on this and definitely write it through, because you're not alone right now. The collective is ready to manifest amazing things in our lives, both individually and as a group. And so, whatever it is that you're manifesting for yourself, you're in an interesting energy right now because the whole collective was wanting to manifest cool things. And because of that, that means you can kind of coast through it. It means you can kind of ride the coattails in a good way because we're all manifesting cool things. And I feel like there's this new earth, this new reality, this new energy that is ready to be born, that is ready to come through. So, this is a very exciting time, and I feel like this energy is going to be around us for a while. We do have to be brave. We do have to push through the energy that's wanting to stay here, that heavy energy, that toxic energy that's wanting to keep us down. We need to push through it. We need to be focused. We need to say our affirmations and say our positive statements, and we need to dive into the collective energy that we're all pouring in. So what that can mean is, if you want to manifest something, whether it's a new job, a relationship, you want to become self-employed, or you just want to be happier, I would invite you to take a deep breath in, open up your energy, and make it your intention to connect to the collective energy that is also wanting to manifest. And if you do that, and if you do that even right now, you're going to feel like this amazing buzzing sensation. It's actually really cool. So, a lot of people are ready to manifest cool things. This is the time for it. And once you start manifesting, once you're on the right path, I do believe that you're going to start seeing a lot of synchronicities. Pay attention to those. If you haven't seen my video on synchronicities, please check it out. It is very important for everyone to have that information, because synchronicities let you know which track you're on. So if you start getting synchronicities that verify to you that you are on the right track, that is fantastic. And it also means that you have found the right groove. Okay. So, that was a lot. That was a lot to go over. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start pulling in some spirit communication. So let me just see who we have coming through right now. I do have an older energy coming through. I do have an older woman. I feel like this is a grandmother energy. She is coming through, and she does appear to be frail. She does have some curvage on her back. She seems pretty mellow. Towards the end of her life, she would have slowed down. She would have been having some health problems. I do think she would have been having some issues breathing. I don't know if she was a smoker exactly, but I am seeing some type of issues with being able to breathe and maybe some type of emphysema or something like that. I do feel like this is a very loving woman. I see that she is wanting to come through and say thank you for being there with her towards the end of her life. She is so grateful, and oh man, this is such a lovely energy. She has that gentle, loving energy about her. And I feel that even when she was towards the end of her life, those last few days or last few weeks, I feel like this is a woman that still would have been very considerate about other people. I feel like she still had her wits about her. I don't feel like she had dementia. I feel like she even had a pretty decent memory towards the end. I feel like her speech would have been slower, and she was still wanting to know what was happening with all of her, I want to say, her relatives and her friends. So she still would have been she still would have been asking you how you were doing. She would have been asking about the kids. She would still be sharing stories about her past. And so this was a very wonderful woman. So whoever it is that this is for, this wonderful grandmother energy, and I don't know if she's your grandmother or if she's your mom. She's kind of coming through with both of those energies. She's wanting to thank you, and again, she has so much love for you, and she is thanking you for being there for the end of her life, towards the end of her life. And it feels like that's the big message that she has for you. She's also wanting you to know that everything's going to be okay. I don't know if you're in a rough situation, or if or it feels like there is a choice that's about to come up for you. And she's also letting you know that she has full faith that you're going to make the right choice. And she's also going to, she's saying trust your intuition. I feel like she's going to be helping you through this, but she's saying trust your intuition, trust your gut feelings, and that's going to lead you towards the right path. How old approximately? She's older, so this is someone who I would say is 80s, or she's older, so I would think 80s or 90s. She would have passed around. She would have passed around that time. And I know we had a similar person come through last time I did this. But this does feel like a different energy. Okay. So, okay, so I have a husband coming through. I do have a male coming through. He's coming through with flowers. He's coming through with this officer and a gentleman type of energy. I feel that I'm hearing something about the 80s, 1980s. You guys, okay, so you guys would have met in the 1980s. It feels like this would have been high school sweetheart or college sweethearts type of thing. I'm not very clear about the way that he passed. I can't tell if this is an accident or an illness. But I do have a gentleman coming through. So this is somebody's husband. Again, I see him coming through with flowers, and he's got this great laugh. He's got this great smile. This man was very handsome and actually very, very charming. Um, I see that. Oh man, you guys had almost like this fairy tale life. Not to say that you didn't have your challenges, I'm sure that you did, but I'm seeing pictures of, I want to say, Maui. I see that you're gorgeous. I see that the two of you were just like this beautiful couple. And I also see that you guys were just such a great fit for one another. I'm trying to get more details about him and how he passed, but what's very nice about this man is it's like he's wanting to dote on his wife. He is showing me how beautiful she is and how lucky he was to have her. So you guys had this true deep love for one another, this amazing respect for one another. And he's coming through to let you know that he's still around. I do feel that the two of you had children together, and he's saying that you're doing a great job with the kids. I want to say boys. I feel like I'm picking up on male energy, so I am seeing. So I do want to say that that he's talking about you raising the boys. So is this landing with anybody? This sounds like my husband, Steve. He looks like a Steve. His anniversary is tomorrow. Okay, Deanne, I think this is for you. I think this is for you. Because yeah, he definitely looks like a Steve, so that name resonates. But he loves you so much. And as I'm trying to get information about him, all I get is that he's doting on you. And he's even talking about, like, I feel like there's this sensation about your first date. Did he bring you flowers on your first date? I feel like, I'm just seeing, like, I see him being so nervous on that first date, and you guys had such a great time. And it's like the first time you guys went out, it's like there was this addiction that you had to each other. And he's thanking you for creating a beautiful life with him. And again, he's mentioning the boys and how good you're doing with the kids, and he's sending so much love to you and so much love to the kids. And Catherine saying yes could be for me too. Yeah, absolutely. So there could be, yeah, so we could be having a piggyback situation, which definitely happens. Um, and I'm also seeing, I do feel like the two of you would have enjoyed going on road trips together. I do see weekend getaways. I feel like I'm looking at Napa, so maybe there would have been like wineries involved and things like that. But I don't feel like he was the type of person that had to get drunk to have fun, although I do see that he could party pretty good. Probably in his younger days he could party pretty good. And I see that the two of you were definitely a good match for one another. So he is coming through, he is giving you all of his love, he's letting you know he's still around you, he's so proud of you, he's saying it's okay, I'm still by your side. And he's saying that you're gonna have a beautiful life. He's letting you know that you absolutely still, that you're gonna have a beautiful life still, even without him. Okay, so I am going to send this energy, send this precious man back over to you, whoever this is for. And I see a few of you claiming this message, so I think that we have more than one spirit coming through, which is what spirit does, because they want to do their best to get to as many people as possible. So let me just see who else I have coming through. I have a father energy coming through. He's coming through with the lawnmower, showing a lawnmower. I think he would have been helping you with the lawn. I don't think that he lived very far from you. I don't know if he lived down the street or same city or what's going on. I see him helping you out with the lawn. I think that I feel like you're a single parent. I feel like you're a single parent, and I think that he came over and helped a lot with household chores, with cleaning, with helping to make different repairs, like in the kitchen or in the house. um he loves you so much, your father loves you so much, he's still around you. And I even feel that when things break around the house, or when there's some type of, not something major, not like the plumbing's going haywire, but if there's something small, I feel like he's like whispering in your ear and telling you how to fix it. And so I feel like you almost intuitively know how to fix these little things around your house. And so he's still there, even in spirit, helping you with this. And so he's there in your house, so he is letting you know that he's still around you. um yeah, he's such a great, he's a great man. And then I'm also getting the dad jokes, like he would have loved the dad jokes. I see you like the dad jokes too, so you are also someone who very much enjoys those puns and corny jokes, and I'm with you on that. I love them too. And I know that you think about him every day and you still cry for him. And so he's letting you know that he sees this, he's still there with you. It feels like you're about to make a big, it feels like you're about to make a big investment in your house. So I don't know if you're thinking about remodeling or putting in a pool. It feels like there's some type of investment that you're wanting to do, renovations or something in the house. So he's all for it, but he is saying do your homework. Like do your homework before you sign a contract, before you dive into this. Make sure that you're looking at everything. I think you probably already have. I feel like you've already done that for the most part. But he's sharing this with you because I feel like he was such a good fixer upper. Like he was good with fixing things up. I think that he loved these type of projects. Um and he's almost like, I want to say he's almost scared for you to do it on his own. Like he still wishes he was here in person to help you with it. So he's really wanting to make sure you cross the I, or cross the T's, dot the I's. He just wants to make sure his girl isn't taken advantage of. Like that's coming through very clear. So according to your dad, do your homework. Make sure you're getting a good deal. And I'm also hearing quality over quantity, so it's not really about the money. You have to look, he's like, quality work, you have to look at the quality work. And it's funny because it's like he's showing me two pieces of wood, and he's showing, this one's good, this one's gonna last you for years, this is crap. So be sure that whatever renovations you're looking at, whatever home repair you're doing, whatever this add-on is, that you're looking at the quality, that you're asking, got it, that you're asking questions about the materials that are being used and the methods that are being done, because he very much wants to be sure that you're taken care of. All right. Whew. Also, before I go into the more psychic part of this, I wanted to let you guys know that I have opened up memberships here on the YouTube channel. Woohoo! So, what do you get if you sign up for a membership? That's a great question. Glad you didn't ask. So, as a member, you will get access to a members only live stream with me, just like this one. But the difference is members are guaranteed an answer to their questions. So, on this channel, when I do the psychic parties and it's open for everyone, we kind of do a lottery style where I just pick whatever question comes at me. The membership is going to be different. So every person who signs up will be able to join me for the live. You'll be able to ask a question. You will get your question answered. And if you can't join me for the live, you can still submit your question and I will still answer it, and you'll be able to watch it on the replay. You will also get access to monthly guided meditations that I will create for you, and we will have a different theme every month. So that is something that will be available to you. So be sure that you check that out because it actually is a pretty good deal, even if I do say so myself. All right. So what's interesting, guys, is I actually have an angel coming through, and I feel like I have an angel coming through because okay, I already know this is gonna be for more than one person. This is for the light workers watching this who are angel channelers, and I also see that this is that I also have someone watching this who's been working with angels a lot more. I want to say over the last year. I almost feel like this could be your angelversary. I feel like it's been over the last year that you've really been diving into the studies of them, working with them, learning how to do angel healing. So it feels like angel energy and angel healing might be what you're into right now. And I also see that many of you work with your angel cards. And so you are being encouraged to continue that practice. And then also, I'm being told that you are fully protected. I want to say that your miracle is on the way. So for many of you, we were talking earlier about manifesting something. This is more than that, though. This doesn't feel like this is just a regular manifestation. This feels like a whole new energy that you're bringing in. I feel like this is about you wanting to be a clearer channel, you wanting to have a closer relationship with people that you care about, but this is about you having a closer relationship to the angel realm. I also see that you have this amazingly huge, tremendous heart where you sincerely want to help people. And if you could do this for free, you would. Like if this is something that if all of your bills were paid and you didn't have to worry about money, helping people through your angel messages, through angel challenging, through angel energy is what you would be doing 24/7 because you love it so much and because you know that the world needs hope. I also see that you have a soft spot for children in a very big way, and I feel like someone watching this wants to be able to kind of blend angel energy with working with children. And one of the ways that you can do this, and I don't know if this is something you've already been asking about or if you've already been doing, but I see that what you can do is as you continue working with Reiki and the different energy healing modalities that you're familiar with, you can go to different children's hospitals, and that's where you can help. You can also go to I don't know if I'm looking at an orphanage exactly, or if this is like a big, big brother, big sister type thing. But what I'm looking at is Okay, bear with me because I'm getting an image and I don't even know if what I'm looking at really exists. But I feel like I see a center with kids. This is not a school. This is more like some type of things that kids would go to after school. And I'm seeing a huge room and I am seeing like puzzles. I'm seeing kids study. But it feels like these are kids who need adult attention. And it's almost like this is just where they go when I don't know if these kids have parents or if the parents are absent. I don't know. There's something weird there. So, what I'm getting is that that's where you can volunteer, and that's even possibly where you can work. And this is where you can extend that angel energy to these children. And this isn't about you, of course, forcing it in anyone's faces. This is just you knowing that you're bringing that loving, gentle energy to this classroom, to this atmosphere with these kids. This is you asking for angel protection and sending them energy, knowing you're bringing that energy with them and changing the atmosphere of the room. So you are being guided towards that path. I know this is something you've been thinking about. For some of you, you're already doing it. And I am hearing like children need your help more than ever. So you're not just here to love on kids. You're here to, I want to say, almost be a parent replacement, and kids are our future. And so I feel like you're almost like the line of first defense so that these kids don't get overwhelmed by all the negative energy that is in their world. So you're there to provide them with true love and true insight and true loving energy. So woo, all right. I wasn't expecting that to that to come through. That's pretty heavy. And then also the other thing coming through is remember that you can help people through your prayers and through taking and through sending your energy to them. So that's what the angels are also saying is you don't have to be in the same room with anybody. You don't have to necessarily visit the hospitals. You you don't have to do that. You can actually just close your eyes, focus on your angels, ask for the energy blend, and then also set your intention on who it is that you want to, or what group it is that you want to send that beautiful energy to, and just send it. So that is something that you can do. Um, so there you go. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to grab a drink because I've been talking for a while. Let me see if we have any other energies come through, if it's ready to go. I think we're ready to go to psychic. Yeah, we're ready to go to psychic. Okay. So for those of you who would like to order a one-on-one mediumship reading with me, you can visit my website at guidingechoes.com. You will click on that button that says work with me, and that will take you to my page of different services, and you can place your order there. And let's go ahead and dive into psychic readings. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one because I'm looking at it. Hi, Kim. Kim says, angel or ghost? Myself and supervisor at a nursing home heard a woman singing angelic in front of a nurse station, only we couldn't see her. Thanks. I feel like that actually is a spirit. I'm not getting that that's an angel. I feel like that is I feel like that is the spirit of someone who, it's not the spirit of someone who passed over at the nursing home. This is more like she's attached to someone that is in the nursing home that was about to cross over, maybe already has, and I'm getting that's who this was. So I do believe that there is another person who heard this because I feel like that song was meant for someone, but you and your supervisor do have a higher energy. So you guys were able to hear that too. So the spirit that was coming through was providing, I want to say, comfort and almost like the doorway for that person to come through, for them to feel comforted and loved. And so it was a way of just kind of easing their pain and easing their fears. Yeah. All right. So Annie says, hi, Nicole. Hi, Annie. I would like to know if I will be a published author within a year. I'm super unhappy with my current career, and my dream is to be an author. Okay, Annie. I don't know about being a published author within a year. So you're asking if you're going to have something published in 12 months. You might. What I do see is I do see you at least sitting down working on a book. But Annie, do you have more than one book in the works? Because I want to say you have like five. I feel like you have a few ideas on different books. Um, so if that's the case, you're going to want to ring it back and focus on just one. I think that it's possible for you to be a self-published author within a year, but if you're wanting to publish through a publishing house, it's going to take longer. And I think that it'd be worth it for you to wait a little bit to go through the publishing house, because I really think that you can do that. I also think that you need to give yourself a little more space and time to do whatever. If you're writing fiction, I feel like you probably just need more space and time to kind of channel the rest of the stories. And if you're working with some type of nonfiction, there's probably a little more studying and more research that you need to do. So it feels like there's something here that's a little incomplete. And I think that you have a good goal. So instead of setting the goal that you're going to be a published author within a year, I think that bringing it back just a bit and saying you're going to have your book or not your book published, your book ready, like you're going to have a book written and complete within a year. I feel like that would be a better goal for you. And I'm also hearing that you have a few stories that are already written. And so what you could easily do is put those together and put those in a because I feel like I'm tuning into short stories, or maybe they're poems, but I'm seeing something with short stories. So you can put those together, the compilation, and at least have a self-published book. Even if it's not a whole lot of stories, you can still, you can still go on Kindle and put something on there for 99 cents on Amazon. So you can easily do that. But I am getting that you can actually create a thank you, Shannon. Oh, that's very sweet. Shannon Shannon threw a 99-cent super sticker my way. Very much appreciated. Very sweet. Thank you, Shannon. So yeah, Annie, I think that you're well on your way. You just need to focus. I think you can do it. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than a year unless you self-publish. And I do think it's worth it for you to take the time to write your manuscript, to find a good publishing agent, to find someone to represent you, because I do think that you have some really good talent. I do think that you've put enough of that wish and desire out into the universe that it can start manifesting for you. And I think if you really buckle down and really get clear about this over the next year, that you can make it happen. So yeah, keep at it. Okay. Jamie's saying, I would love to receive a message either regarding my relationship or QHHT practice. So I'm being pulled more to your QHHT practice. I feel that, whoops, let me turn my phone around because it just lit up. And when it does that, it distracts me. So I'm getting the number 3. Let me just kind of dive into this a little bit more, because I'm feeling like you could benefit from more practice with doing more sessions for other people, not necessarily okay, let me back up. There does need to be some type of an energy exchange between you and the person that you're doing this session for. Even if it's like a $50, I know QHHT costs more than that, but I feel like right now it's important for you to get as much practice as you can, to just work with as many people as you can. And I'm also seeing that word of mouth is going to be your biggest ally. But I'm also seeing you going to, I want to say, like psychic conventions and consciousness expos, and being able to maybe get a booth there. And that can be a really good place for you to connect with other people and almost give. I know you can't do a QHHT in like 15 minutes, like that doesn't happen, but it does feel like there's maybe some type of easier script that you could do where you could offer some type of like almost like a small service, almost a sampling at a booth. Um, so that's something to maybe play around with. I do think that you could be successful at this. I do see that you could make this a business, but I'm also seeing that it's going to take time to build. And I feel like it's also going to take longer than what you anticipate. So it is something you're going to have to be really patient with. And I am seeing that it is important for you to be able to go out and network with other people who are, I want to say, in the consciousness field. And I know that it can be a little difficult to find those type of expos. It's easier to find a psychic expo than it is a consciousness expo. But you can probably find people who are interested in your work definitely at psychic expos, because they're people at psychic expos that go to them are very interested in past life and connecting to higher self and things like that. So I hope that helps. It's so hard to have any type of business. And QHHT, I have a lot of respect for people who do that line of work because I know that those sessions are long. I know that they can be draining for the practitioner as well as the person who's under hypnosis, and it does require a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of focus to do those sessions. And of course, when you're self-employed, you also have to find time to do the marketing and to find the clients. So it's difficult. You've got your work cut out for you. But that said, there are resources available to you that can help you with this. I also think that writing out the different kind of like what Dolores did, writing out the different scripts, and you can publish some of those scripts, some of those stories that people have, and put those in a small book and maybe sell those on Amazon is another way that you can get your name out there and make people familiar with your work. I also see that you don't do pure QHHT. It feels like you have some type of a twist. So you have something a little original that you've added to it, and so that's something that's going to help you to stand out. So I hope this helps. I want you to know I have a lot of faith in you. I believe that you can do this. It's going to take time. So be patient. And if you haven't already done this, write out your why. Like, why are you doing this? Why is this important for you? Because during those times when you want to quit, or during those seasons where you're not getting a whole lot of business or clients or feedback, it can be really easy to want to throw in the towel. So always remember your why, so that you can have your motivation to keep going. All right. Okay. Next question is from Melissa. Will everything be okay with my family, and will we find a new place to move? Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Things are going to be okay with your family. Things have an interesting way of working out on their own. And so I do feel like you're going to be okay. I do feel like this is a tremendous, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of heavy energy attached to this. You're definitely going to be okay. It's going to take a while, about 2 months, for some type of challenge to kind of mellow out. And yeah, you guys are going to find a new place to move. The new place may not be exactly what it is that you want. The new place is going to be, I want to say, kind of a for now situation. Does that make sense? And I know that's not what you want, but it feels like that's what's coming, where it's a for now situation. But that does lead you closer to where it is that you actually want to be. So I do feel this being quite a transition for you. And I do feel it being tumultuous and heavy, but it does work out, and it's going to take some time. Remember how I don't know if you were here earlier, but we were talking about how the manifestation energy is huge right now. So whatever it is that you want for your family, and whatever type of living space that you need, that you guys can thrive in, really start getting clear about that. Write it down. really put that out to the universe so that you can get closer to that. Because I kind of have this feeling that if you don't do that and if you're not being kind of picky, that you're almost going to be forced to just take whatever's available instead of being able to really dive into what it is that you want. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that fits your situation. That's, again, that's the energy that I'm feeling from that. So I hope that makes sense to you. Also, Amanda, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. So Amanda gave me a $4.99 tip. Your tips are always appreciated. And of course, tips like this always help me to help me to keep the channel going because it helps me to pay my bills and all that fun stuff. So thank you very much. Tips are always appreciated. Thank you, Amanda. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so very, very sweet. Um, and we've got someone called Sadiq who is spamming us. So please know that Sadiq is about to be blocked. There we go. And delete. Yeah, whenever you have people coming on here saying, hey, send me your information, message me directly, first of all, know that those are never people who are approved by me. Those are scammers. Sharon, also let me just answer this real quick. Yes, Sharon, I do absolutely believe you can be a psychic medium, and I know that you already know that, and I know you've already had experiences, and I know that you have a female that's near you who you can feel her energy. And I think that I've got a female energy near you. She's very strong. I feel like this is probably more of a spirit guide. So just lean into her some more and you're going to start getting more guidance. I'm feeling very strongly that she's on your right side, or I'm sorry, left side, because I'm feeling the energy right here. And you just need to lean into her more. And let me get some more guidance for you because she's unmistakable. You cannot not feel this person's energy. So when we're talking about lean in, like I'm almost getting the sense of like actually like leaning into her energy. Like I feel like I want to just like lean in and feel her like come over me and opening up your own energy and allowing these messages to come through and quieting your mind. So, meditating is always helpful when it comes to expanding your psychic gifts because it helps you to quiet your mind so that you can receive messages. And, mediumship, like most things, is trial and error because, of course, we have our own chatterbox mind and then we have messages from spirit. And it sometimes takes time for us to be able to recognize which is which. So, again, I recommend starting with meditation and getting to know your spirit guide because you do have a very strong female presence near you. And I feel like she's going to be a lot of fun. She's possibly a joy guide too. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with her. Thank you very much, CA, for the tip. I'm sorry, I need to undo this. I've got a lot of stuff happening at once. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. Am I going to be okay? Just concerned about my well-being. It feels like there's some lifestyle changes that need to be made. I'm also hearing rest. It feels like the worry that you have is actually adding on to the stress. And so I feel like things like meditation, stretches, finding your zen. So whatever that means to you, finding your zen, finding a way to release that stress and worry that you have is also going to help you to at least get in a more peaceful mindset that allows you to focus better and I want to say make better decisions for your health. And talking about lifestyle changes. It's a few things. I also want to say it's part of your self-talk. So how are you talking to yourself? I feel like that could use some improvement. And then and remember, I'm not a doctor or healthcare physician. This is all purely intuitive advice. So this is peer-to-peer advice. Take it with a grain of salt. And if it resonates with you, go to your doctor and ask about it. I do feel like you could probably benefit from drinking more water, but I want to say electrolytes and minerals. So that's something to add. And you can also, do the whole like squeezing a lemon or orange in your in your water to get a little more nutrients. But I do feel like your health is going to improve. I do feel like this is going to be a slow process, but I do feel you are going to get better. And this doesn't feel like something that you need to this this is something that can improve. I would put it that way. This is something that can improve. So do your own research. And while it can be helpful to research our illnesses, I find that sometimes it's equally important to research our just health in general, because disease cannot survive in a healthy body, right? So be sure that you are taking all the precautions that you can to build a healthier, happier body for yourself. Alrighty. Okay. Hi, Crystal. Crystal's just like, hey, Crystal here. Greetings to all. Any message, Nicole? I've got lots of messages, but I need people to be very, very distinct because we have a lot of energy coming my way. So when you're asking psychic questions, I need you to be very specific about what you want to know. All right. When will I be able to move to the west? I heard April immediately. I heard April. Will I be going alone, or will I have someone moving there with me? I don't feel like you're going alone. I feel like someone's going to help you along the way. So April of next year feels like it's going to be a good time for you. And I'm also hearing November. So November could possibly be a time for you to move out west, but it feels like November is more or less when you have a better idea of how the move is going to go. So it feels like, even though, April's quite a ways from November, it feels like November is when you probably have a better idea of who's moving with you, who's going to be your partner for this trip, and also better idea of I want to say where you're going, just how the move looks. So 2 dates: November, definitely April. I see you moving in April. So hope that helps. All right, and we are going to go with one more question, and let me just kind of ask my guides and angels who we want. Let me get that off the screen. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm just going to close my eyes and scroll and see where we land. That's so funny because I already answered that, didn't I, Sharon? So there you go. There's more confirmation for you because I literally closed my eyes, scrolled, and that's what landed. So yes, Sharon, you can become a psychic medium. Wow, your guides really wanted you to know that. Kelly, you're so sweet. Thank you for the thank you for the $4. I very, very much appreciate it. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Lucky Lola, for the tip. I very much appreciate it. Also, guys, remember that tips do not guarantee a reading. And for those of you who are interested in joining the new membership, remember, for $14 a month, you can join the new membership that I have here on YouTube. Every month, you will get to participate in a live stream with me just like this. The difference is that it's members only, and your question will be answered. So it won't be lottery style like what I do here. Your answer will absolutely be questioned, and we'll be doing those monthly. And in addition to that, you'll also get access to a members only guided meditation. And so I'll be introducing those monthly too. All right. So Natalie says, a year ago, a young female with reddish hair came to visit me. She was wearing white, very beautiful. Not too long ago, I heard the name Eleanor. Was I Eleanor, or who is this person? That's interesting because I feel like you actually have a few things going on. So let me just tune into this a little bit more. I don't think you were Eleanor. I don't think Eleanor was referring to you. What's interesting is I don't really think that Eleanor is the name of this younger female either. So it feels like this is a different Eleanor is a different spirit in the house. And yeah, because I feel like you have a few spirits there, and I do feel like they're friendlies. I do feel like you have friendly spirits around you. So I don't know why you heard the name Eleanor. Actually, I don't know if this was a spirit who is wanting to introduce herself, or if she was asking you to look for an Eleanor, because spirits can, they can work in riddles. And it's, without being there at the time and knowing exactly what was going on, it's kind of hard for me to decipher this. But yeah, I don't think Eleanor had anything to do actually with this young female with the beautiful red hair. I think that this is a completely different entity and completely different, yeah, different scenario, put it that way. Does that make sense? Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I'm talking, I feel like I'm just rambling. All right. Melina, thank you for the super sticker. Very much appreciate it. You guys are so sweet. All right. Do you see me meeting the person I end up with by early next year? I do think that is a strong personality. All right, maybe that's a Freudian slip. Maybe you end up with someone who has a strong personality, but I do see that being a strong possibility. So yes, I do see around spring next year. Um, I feel like you're actually going to have more than one option. So I don't know if maybe you get on a dating website or what happens exactly, but I do see you meeting the right person, and I see this being one of those situations where I think that when you know. It's one of those, when you know, but I see you being really timid and very cautious about it, and so that's good. It's good that we don't it's good not to give people your trust right away. Um but yeah, give that person a chance and let it play out, because I do think this is going to be a fun relationship for you. And I want to say take your time with it, because I feel like the temptation for both of you is to move the relationship fast, and so you're gonna want to slow it down, because you guys do need time to get to really know each other. And I know that can be difficult, because when we meet someone that we mesh well with, we want to spend all of our time with them. We feel like we know them, even though we don't. We feel like we do. And so when that happens, we can move relationships faster than they're meant to go. And it feels good at the time, but then later things start to explode. So we want to prevent that. So take your time, have fun with it. And I do think that you're going to, like I said, you're going to know when you know. So all right, last question. Hello, this is my first time here. I'd really appreciate the message if drawn to me. You know what I'm gonna do for you, because even I know that I'm kind of going back on what I just said, because I actually do feel like you have a message that wants to come through. Push harder than yesterday if you want a different tomorrow. Oh, that's not showing up for you, is it? That's part of the message for you. Push harder than yesterday if you want a different tomorrow. I'm getting a sense of, so Blossom, I'm feeling like the sense of hopelessness from you, like almost this feeling like, I feel very heavy, like you have a heavy heart right now. And I do feel a heaviness around you, and I do feel like there's this sense of hopelessness, and there is this sense like, are things ever going to change? Are things going to get better? And I want you to know that yes, they are. Things are absolutely going to get better for you. um I'm not being told what this hardship is, but I am feeling the gravity of it. So just know that you do have guides and spirits around you. You do have, I want to say, a male energy around you. Um, this is either a father or grandfather type spirit. I feel like it might even be a spirit guide, but it's coming through. The spirit that I have isn't very strong. It's not coming through very strong, but I think that's because my energy is starting to dip, because I am getting a little tired. It's been a long day, been a great day, but been a long day. So you are supported by spirit, and you do have help in the spirit world. And I think it's important for you to be able to really expand your faith in that, and to start building your relationship with spirit, because your spirit guides and angels absolutely are there for you. Keep moving forward, because things are going to change. And right here, this says push harder than yesterday if you want a different tomorrow. I think part of the issue that you're going through is, I think that you're tired of pushing. And so I feel like over the next few days, it's actually a good idea for you to just rest. I feel like it's actually a good idea for you to not push. I think that you need to just rest for a few days. And as you give and what happens when we rest is our energy has a chance to kind of mellow out, and to, I want to say, get back in synchronicity with ourselves. So just get, so whatever rest means to you. If it means that you have to maybe sleep a few more hours each day, then do that. If it means that you need to put on your most comfortable pair of clothes, maybe lazily like do some laundry and watch some TV, read a book, then do that, because I do feel like you require rest. And after a few days, I do feel like you're going to start to get some type of idea of something that you want to move towards. And I think that's where there's a turning point for you. So give yourself time to rest, give yourself time to recuperate, give yourself time really to process this heaviness, because I am feeling it very strong on you, and it needs time to be able to move. So maybe you have to like give yourself permission to cry it out and let things go. So I hope that resonates with you. And oh my god, this is gross. Put user in timeout. I'm so sorry for the gross messages that just came up, guys. So hopefully those are no longer on your screen. And I need to block this person permanently. I'll do that in a little bit. So, all right, guys. So I hope that that was helpful for you. And then she's saying, thank you so much. Everything you said makes perfect sense. You're amazing. Thank you very much. You're very, very welcome. Bright, sweetheart, I promise brighter days are ahead of you. And you're going to start seeing a difference, I think, towards the end of next week is when things are going to start changing for you. It's going to be subtle. You're going to see small improvements. And I do think that that's going to start leading towards something bigger. You're going to feel the energy start to rise in you, and you are going to feel, you are going to get some fire back, and you are going to start pushing back and pushing towards what you want. And I do see that opening up the pathways for you to start feeling better, to start moving towards your happiness, and to manifest what it is that you desire. I also think that right now you don't have the clearest idea of what you're wanting to bring in, and that's okay. Give it time. It's going to start to unfold on its own, and I do feel like it's going to be really good for you. Okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me for tonight's session. Again, if you would like a personal order with me, you can visit my website at guidingechoes.com. Also, we have these membership that just opened up that I released today. So for $15 a month, you will get access to a members only live stream like this, where you are guaranteed an answer to your question. You'll also get access to a guided meditation every month that are for that'll be for members only. And then also remember that you don't have to make it to the members only live stream to get your answer questioned. You will be able to email that to me. It will still be answered here on that format, and so you will be able to go back and watch it and see what the answer is, see what your guides and angels have in store for you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing your Friday evening with me. I am just as blessed to be here as maybe you feel you are. And thank you so much for all of your kind words. Thank you so much for yeah, thank you for your support, whether that's through financial, the financial tips, and or whether it's through the good energy that you that you've been sending my way. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll try to do this again next Friday. You guys up for that? You guys good for next Friday? And also remember to join me Tuesday on Tuesday's live stream. We're going to have a very special guest. Her name is Veronica. She's a good friend of mine, and she works with the Akashic Records. And so she will be doing some readings for some very lucky members, and she'll be telling us a little bit more about the Akashic Records, how they work, why they're important, how they can help us on our path in life, and all that good stuff. So again, that is Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, here on the Guiding Echoes YouTube channel or on the Facebook page, wherever you are. So, all right, my friends, thank you again for joining me. I will see you soon. Take care. Have a blessed weekend. Namaste.